Now, what is leverage? Leverage is when a broker lets you control a trade that is bigger than your own account balance, okay? It is like borrowing money from a broker to increase your trading or your purchasing power. Leverage allows your profits and losses to be bigger than they would be with just your own money. So the higher the leverage, the bigger the risk, and also the bigger the potential profit or whatever you're going to earn. Now, let's say your account balance is $50 and you're given a leverage of 1 to 10. That means you can trade an account of $500. Okay, think of it like borrowing money in order to buy more goods to sell. Is essentially what leverage means. It's like giving you more purchasing power or more capital so that you can be able to trade in the market. All right, so the higher the leverage, the bigger the risk, and also the bigger potential profits. Now, what is a margin? Now, a margin is simply the money that the broker locks from your account to open a trade. Okay, it is a small amount of money that they will lock when you open a leverage trade. It is not spent immediately. It is just held to ensure that you can cover for potential losses. Margin is like a deposit or a guarantee to show that you can take responsibility for the trade. All right, the broker is giving you ability to trade amount of money or to trade amount that much bigger than your real balance. So they need to ensure that you can take responsibility of the trade that you are entering. Okay, now if they don't lock this money, if they don't lock something, you could lose all your money and lose more than you have, and they will be the one to provide or pay for your losses. All right, now let's see how margin works and how leverage works and how they both work together. So let's say your account balance is $50 and your broker offers you a leverage of 1 to 10, right? Now you can open a trade worth $500. Now note this, that this is not your actual money. The $500 is not your real money. Okay, it's just a purchasing power that has been given to you by the broker so you can be able to enter into the market and trade. All right, now let's say now this 1 to 10 leverage, now you multiply this 10 by the amount of money that you have in your account or your account balance. That's $50, right? Times 10 is going to give you 500. That's $500 will be your leverage. All right, that's the leverage the broker has given to you. Now the broker locks $20 from your account as margin. Now your free margin is going to be your balance minus your margin. Okay, free margin is your balance, the money you have initially minus your margin, which is $50 minus $20, and your free margin is $30. Now your profit or losses will be calculated based on the $500 trade, not just your $50 trade. Right, so your profit and losses will be calculated based on your $500 trade. Now the margin acts as a security to ensure that you do not lose all your money, while your leverage acts as your purchasing power. All right, now this is essentially what happens when you actually make use of a leverage account. Now let's say when you make profit on a small trade. Okay, when you make profit on a small trade, now your account balance is $50 and your leverage is 1 to 5. That means you took a smaller leverage, or you're giving a smaller leverage. Your trade size will be $215 because 50, which is your account balance, multiplied by 5, which is your leverage, is going to give you a leverage account of $250. Now let's say the price moves 2% in your favor. Right, if the price moves 2% in your favor, your profit is $250 times 2%, which is $5. Right, so you are going to earn $5. Now the margin of $20 release after your trade closes. Now after your trade closes, that is when they're going to release your margin. They don't just release the margin anytime. You have to close your trade first. All right, now your new balance is going to be $50. All right, which is your balance, which is your free margin and your margin that was locked. All right, plus your profit, which is $55. Okay, then you can see that if you are done $50 just by 2%, you will see that your profit will not be up to this 5%, this $5 you've gotten here. But because of this leverage you've gotten, this is why you are able to make a profit of $5 with a small account. Right, now let's say you make profit on a big trade. All right, let's say you took a larger margin. All right, a larger leverage. Your account balance is $50 and your leverage is 1 to 10. the trade size is going to be $500, like we calculated before. Okay, now if the price moves 5% in your favor, your profit is going to be $500 times 5%, which is $25, which is huge. All right, now you can't get this with just a $50 account. This is the essence of a leverage. Okay, now when your margin has finally been released, which is your $20 that was locked, right? Your locked margin, when it's finally released, it will now be $50 plus your new profit, which is $75 as a whole. All right, now let's say you make a loss. Okay, let's say the other way around, you make a loss. Your account balance is $50, right? Your account balance is $50, and you took a leverage again. You took a leverage of 1 to 5. Your trade size is $250, and the price move against you by 2%. Okay, that means you have incurred a loss. All right, and you lost $250 times 2%, which is $5. You lost $5. Your balance, or after your loss, is going to be $50. Your account balance, which is your locked margin and your free margin. All right, your locked margin, which was the $20 that was held, and your free margin, which is the $30 you use in entry the trade. All right, minus your profit, okay, which is going to be $45. Then your margin will be released after this. Now let's say you take a loss on a big trade or in a larger account. All right, now your leverage is 1 to 10, okay, and your trade size is 500, which is $50 times 10, $500. Okay, now the price move 5% against you. You incur the loss again, right? Now $500 times 5% is going to give you $25. Now your balance after the loss is going to be $50 minus $25, and you have $25 loss. Now the broker will automatically close the trade if your loss is threatening your account. Let's say you've made a lot of loss on the account and you have gotten to the point whereby you don't have any money anymore. The broker will automatically give you a margin call. Okay, a margin call whereby they will automatically shut your trading account so that you will not be able to enter inside the market again. Okay, so that's how they actually do it in the trading in the market, right? Now we have balance, we have margin, free margin, and equity. Your balance is the real money in your account. Your margin, like we said, is the money locked to open trade. Your free margin is your balance minus your margin used. All right, free margin is your balance, let's say the $50, minus your margin, the $20. All right, your free margin is there, $30. Now equity is equal to balance plus or minus unrealized profit or loss. We'll talk about that in another video. All right, now think about it like this: your balance is $50, your margin is $20, your free margin is therefore $30, and your equity changes with the trade. We'll discuss more about equity in other videos to come. Now, what if you lose too much? Let's say, for instance, in a situation you lose too much in your trading account. The broker will actually monitor your equity continuously. All right, they're actually making sure that you don't over trade. All right, now if you lost too much, if your losses become too much, they give you a margin call or a stop out. Okay, they give you a margin call whereby they warn you about your trading account, they have gotten to your limits or something like that. All right, the trade automatically closes to protect your account. Now the margin is never taken to cover your losses or beyond your balance. All right, it's never taken to cover your losses beyond your balance. It's just a way that the broker used to protect themselves. So they will give you a margin call and warn you, and after some time they will lock you and kick you out of the trading market. That's how the margin and leverage works. Now that's how brokers works. Now how the broker actually protect themselves. Now margin ensures that trades are backed by real money. Stop out prevents negative balances. Now after a margin call you get a stop out. Now the margin call is like a form of warning, then the stop out is like kicking you out of the market. All right, now the stop out prevents negative balances so that you don't overtrade your account whereby you now see minus $20, minus $40. No, it's going to make sure that you still have enough amount of money to cover up for all your losses. That is the essence of your locked margin. Now the leverage actually helps you to reduce risk, which is obvious. The leverage helps you to reduce risk. The broker will earn from spread, from fees, and overnight interest. They do not directly actually earn from your losses and your margin. Okay, your margin is locked does not mean that they will actually get the money you lost from your margin because of the leverage they're giving to you. All right.